What up, dudes? Welcome back to the channel. I love to try and maintain this real connection that I have with you guys. I try and be as open as possible. I'm not trying to hide anything anymore. I'm just me, okay? So sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm sad. And today, or this week, I've been pretty sad. So when I'm sad, I go on these like Twitter rampages because I have no one to talk to. Usually my sadness, my depression, I've had depression for years, by the way. My depression comes in when I feel alone. Like, I can be surrounded by people in a city full of friends, but still feel alone, and that's depression. I usually don't have anyone to talk to about it, and that just makes it worse because I'm just talking to myself and the camera sometimes. If you didn't know, I have a long history of self-harm. Luckily now my wrists are clean. I used to self-harm a lot back when I was in high school. Luckily I've been 5 or 6 years clean, maybe longer than that, I'm not sure. I haven't deliberately hurt myself in many years. I'm very lucky that I managed to get out of it because it's such a bad habit to be in and a bad headspace to be in, and sometimes it feels like you never get out. Somehow I did, but that doesn't mean that the depression is gone. People always come to me for advice on this kind of thing because everyone's dealing with it in their own little way. No one's 100% happy all the time. So people come to me for advice, and usually I don't give the best advice. I did a whole series on my channel deliberately giving bad advice because I get asked so many questions and I don't really have the right answers. So this past year, when people have been asking me what do they do if they're sad, I've been recommending plant medicine, but a lot of people are too young for that and they don't really want to get into it for legal reasons, and I've never really had another solution for anyone. I don't really have more answers than that. So somehow the universe willed it to happen, but when I was feeling the worst I possibly could feel, I got an email out of nowhere from these guys called BetterHelp. I'd never heard of them before, and they just reached out and were like, hey, we offer very cheap counseling or therapist sessions that you can do online with like a real human. The real human bit is the bit that kind of caught my attention. We went back and forth, and I tried out their site. I tried it, and I've never even considered getting a therapist or talking to somebody professional. One, because it costs a lot of money, more money than I could ever spend on something like that. Like, there's nothing worse than being poor and depressed. So yeah, I gave them a chance. I used the site for a week. It's very easy to use, and I wanted to share that with you guys. I wasn't going to make a video about this at all unless I thought it could help someone, because I don't like being asked, Jason, I'm really sad, I'm like on the brink of suicide, what do I do? Like, I don't have the answers for that, but at least this is something I can now push people towards. I can be like, there's a service that can help you. So I just want to talk about them a little bit in this little video. I don't want to make this video long. I'm not going to bother with any trigger warnings. I'm not talking about anything too sad. This is just help if anyone needs it. If you guys click the link in the description, that's where their site is. Let me just walk you through the sign up process. It's really simple, and I feel like if you hear it from me, you might actually listen. I don't know. When you sign up to BetterHelp, you start off by answering some basic questions, and that just helps the service get to know you and help match you with a therapist in your area. You then get to choose if you want to be connected with that person or not, and you can have a look at their profile and you can say yes or no. If you want to open your heart out to that person or another person, you can change it whenever you want. And then you get to message that therapist anytime you like. So once you're all signed up, you have 4 different ways that you can contact your counselor, your therapist. These are all trained professionals, by the way. All the therapists are licensed therapists. They're not just random people trying to talk to you, they are licensed therapists. So you can contact them in 4 different ways. You can do face-to-face Skype calls with them. This is all online, by the way. You never have to meet this person in real life, which for me, as a pre-introverted person, that's what I need. There's no way I can go and meet a stranger and sit in a room with them and talk to them about my problems. I just can't do it. I can only really open up to people if I really trust them and I know them, or if it's online. Online, I find it a lot easier for some reason. So there's 4 different ways. Sorry, I get distracted. You can face-to-face them on Skype. You can call them, so you just have an audio call. You can text them, or you can email them. What I would do is I would write out just my issues, my things that are going on in my head, and I never know what's causing it. Like, I don't know what the deep-rooted issue is here, but I try and open myself up to this person, to the counselor. But the only way I could ever do that is through text. I can't have a call with a stranger and try and open up to them. It just wouldn't work for me. Once you're signed up, you'll get matched with a therapist within 24 hours. I think mine took like 10 hours maybe. BetterHelp have helped over 600,000 people. That's a big number, but then if you think each one of those people are like an actual human with real problems, that's a lot of people that have been helped, right? Like that's really good. So if you're interested, if you're suffering with anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, if there's anything really getting you down and you need someone to talk to, this is the best service I can offer you guys. This is the best solution, because having a traditional therapist costs like $230 an hour or something ridiculous. Like, I don't know how anybody can afford that. And that's only for an hour session. This, with BetterHelp, you can talk to them whenever you want, as much as you want. So that's all I wanted to say about them. I do recommend them if you want to go try it out. If you'd like to go look at the site, BetterHelp, links in the description, top line. I think plans start at like $35 a week, which is significantly cheaper than a traditional therapist, so I highly recommend it. Like, seriously, if you need help, don't be afraid to go and speak to them. So how have I been feeling? Well, if I try and get into the right mindset and treat you guys as my therapist right now, how have I been feeling this week? This week I've been having a lot of money anxiety, financial issues that really jog up my brain. Sometimes, some days I can look past that and actually have a good day. And then there's other things that get me. There's not just one thing, there's multiple things that attack me during my day and just mess up with my brain. Another thing is that I'm here in LA. I flew all the way out here, and I only get to do this once a year. And I have so many friends here, so many YouTube friends that I really miss and people that want to be around. But they're all too distracted or too busy doing other stuff that they just don't even acknowledge that I'm around. And that could be my issue. It could be the fact that I'm too afraid to reach out to them each individually. I do reach out to some people, but they just ignore me, or they don't make plans with me. And it hurts my soul. It's like, time is something I'm always aware of, because I don't have much of it. I can only be here for a few months each year, and then I'm gone again, and then like who knows when I'm gonna be back here. Like I miss all these people so much, but they don't seem to care. That's one thing, and I'm happy to say that on camera, because I doubt any of them are gonna watch this video. Other things, I don't know, it's just the feeling of loneliness even when you're around people. The only person right now that doesn't make me feel lonely is when I'm around Victoria. She treats me like a real human being, a little human being. She looks after me, she's nice to me. I don't feel like that around anyone else. Other things are just little things, like online stuff. Like when I post a video to my channel, I get like a bunch of subscribers, and then I think, but there is nothing I can do to please everyone. I'm always gonna lose followers. And I get all these suggestions to make different content, but I know it doesn't matter what kind of content I make, people are still not gonna like it. Like, certain people will just wanna leave. I don't know why I take it so personally. Like, if you look at the stats on my channel, it's just like hundreds of thousands. I could never ever meet and talk to all of those people, so why do I care so much about them? Just when I see people leave, I'm like, frick. Like, you just walked out of my life without even saying goodbye. So there's that. I feel like the more research I'm doing into like aliens and government cover-ups and just corruption in general, the more research I do, the more alienated I feel, because people don't understand the things that I know. Like, I've done too much research, so now I hate myself for knowing these things. I'd rather just not know them. But once you've done the research, you can never go back. It's like the Matrix. As soon as you wake up, you can't go back to sleep. And that's just how I feel. I feel very lonely because of it. And I caused it. I caused it by doing this research. It's hard to find people that share the same thoughts. I don't know what it is. Sadness is beautiful. Like, can anyone ever understand it? I don't think so. All I want to do in life is study trees and just be in nature. That's all I ever want to do. But there's so many other things that I have to do to be able to do that. Like, I have to work, I have to make money, I have to have friendships, I have to have all this kind of stuff just to work on my mental health. Like, trees can't give me what people can give me. All I want to be is around trees. Like, all I want to do is be in the forest all the time, but I can't always do that. And when I can't do that, that's when I become like this. Just get really down. I'm a simple person. It doesn't take much to keep me sane and happy. But I just can't get that all the time. But it's okay. I'm okay. I now have a therapist that I can talk to. Yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. So I hope that some of you try it out. If you want to vent, talk to me in the comments. I'll happily reply to every single person. So drop me a comment, tell me how you're feeling. If you've got any advice for little old me, please leave that in the comments. Thank you for the lovely response to my last video, by the way, guys, the hair video. I just threw that together. I didn't think it would get such a good response, but you guys seem to like the new color. And yeah, I don't know, I'll try and make some more short videos. Arigato, thank you for watching. I've been You and I. Click the link in the description, follow me on Instagram. Bye bye. Something I forgot to mention is that it's going to be Mental Health Awareness Day on the 10th of October, so I'm trying to get this video up before then. It's good to bring awareness to these kind of things. I don't usually like do anything for these like specific days, but mental health is something that I've always dealt with, my whole family's dealing with, everybody I know deals with, so it's good that I can draw some attention to that.